Hey traders from around the world, this is Jerremy Alexander Newsome with, of course, Real Life Trading. Hope you're doing absolutely sensational. It is May the 18th. Oh my gosh, May is halfway over. That's wild. Let's check out the DIA, which is a ETF that follows the Dow Jones Industrial Average, and check this guy out. So as of really Friday, here was kind of my newer analysis. It appears that the DIA is breaking out on the 8th of May. That's what I was talking about on the 8th of May. Good gap, good volume, and this has not been a very good breakout market. That is absolutely for sure. So therefore, on the hourly, it looks to buy the bounce. So as of the 14th of May, I mentioned I'm going to watch the hourly exponential moving averages and try to get some action around 182 for some longer term calls. So on Friday, it did pull back to 182. I am still just slightly tiptoeing in because, again, this could be potentially a breakout. I also would not be shocked at all if we have a giant down day tomorrow or sometime this week. We are at a really, really good resistance. Now, the only real indication for me that I'm pretty bullish is based on this gap right here. This is a pretty nice gap. It did retest. And then we got this glorious gap right here. This is really the bullish one that I do not expect to break. If this gap does break or does fill, I truly do believe that the market will have probably a 1 to 3% bearish move that week, whatever week that happens. And I'd be a little bit more bearish to neutral, just shorter term. But as of right now, I am still keeping an eye on some bullish momentum. I do think that the market breaks out, as I've been saying, and the late May, early June aspect bullish. That's just kind of my thought process. So just keeping a close eye on it, see what's happening. We do have a 173, 172 bull put spread. So what that pretty much means is as long as this DIA does not trade below this pink line, most of my traders will be making about 14% ROI on this trade, 14% return on their investment, as long as this ETF is above 173 by the third Friday of June. That's really all that means. So keeping an eye on that guy. Here's the SPY. Nice little higher high, higher low today. So if we can close above 212.70, I will have a little bit of a bullish aspect to the to a directional type of trade, right? I mean, we're closing an all-time high. I would obviously like some type of retest, right? If we retest tomorrow or sometime this week in a bounce. And again, I will just say I'm not surprised at all in this market if we do have a giant down day very, very soon, because it's just been not a very good breakout market. So if you are thinking about getting in bullish, just tiptoe in, take some bite-sized chunks. Keep in mind you're at the all-time high, but there's no reason to be afraid of a bullish trade, right? That's what risk mitigation is for. So keeping a close eye on that one. Last week we did have a iron condor expire worthless for 7 cents. So we got into that Wednesday, got out Friday, 7% ROI, not too shabby. And also, we have a June week 1, 200, 199 bull put spread on the SPY, which again pretty much means as long as the SPY stays above this blue line down here by the first Friday in June, then we'll be making about 12% ROI on SPY. So keep an eye on that one. Qs, I'm just more bullish than bearish, more bullish non-directionally, expecting those to go a little bit higher. And I do anticipate this year the Qs potentially being all the way up into the 120s. That is something that I think that very well could happen. And the IWM, just a really, really majestic move today. We were considering going in bullish back on the 7th of May. Talked about if we bounce off the 100 simple moving average, there's the 100 simple moving average. We're bouncing off and could either get in bullish or could also consider a 116, 115 June bull put spread. All of those are looking great as well. Let's do a few other updates. Silver made a little bit of a higher high and a higher low today, which is great. I want to give you guys the update that your real life trader Chief Technology Officer, Albert Kiddick, he had an 18 May covered call, and that expired this Friday. So Albert now is in an 18 July covered call. Just going to keep doing them. Why not? Richard Karasik, let me know. Keep me posted. I'm sure you're selling some shares as well. My boy Ken Botnet Jr. in some as well. So Albert's in the July 18 covered call. 18, very, very strong resistance at this particular price. You know, we could trade up to there, and if we do break through, Albert has no issues getting exercised at 18, but it's just a really, really strong kind of a brick wall at 18, which I do not think we break through. We could, but I'll be keeping a very, very close eye on it. It'll likely do very, very similar to what it did about a month and a half ago. Trade up to about 18, and then probably roll over a bit from that particular price. Let's go look at 2 or 3 more trades. Seadrill. Keep an eye on Seadrill. As you guys know, I'm in longer term bullish on Seadrill. Just kind of like one of these buy low, sell high. And this is low. Beautiful double bottom down here. And this is just a good one to own, I think, longer term, right? 4 to 5 years down the road on Seadrill and oils and energies in general. I anticipate some things moving a little bit higher. But earnings are coming up on Seadrill. 5/28, so you're going to be watching that one semi-closely. Let's obviously hop over to Apple. Apple's moving nicely today. It's at 130.12. I exited half of my Apple calls today. I bought in on, what day is that? Thursday, pretty much right at open. June 127 calls, week 1, June week 1, 127 calls. Exited half of them as we are at a resistance at a short-term target on the hourly. Next target is kind of this 133-ish area, 132.50, 133, 133.05, somewhere right around there. Looking to make that happen hopefully this week or next. I won't be in this one too much longer, obviously, since the expiration is kind of coming up. But looks pretty. Lita Roberts is a 145 July covered call. Brian Bodie, he had his 140 May covered call expired worthless. I will be updating this one very soon because I'm positive he'll be getting into another one, probably 135 for June, but he'll likely wait a little bit on that bounce. And all of our bear call spreads on Apple expired worthless. 135, 136, all those expired worthless. Bing, bong, boom. Beautiful and looks nice. And also we have this 119, 118 bull put spread. A lot of spreads right now, guys. I mean, truth of the matter is the market's been bullish. We've been trading it bullish, but not necessarily directionally. We more or less been doing trades that says, well, as long as the stock doesn't get down here, I want to make some money, but it could really do anything between that time. That's what we said on Apple. As long as it stays above this area, I'm bullish on it, right? It's been making higher lows. It's probably going to get into a triangle. We'll likely do something like this and then break out one direction or another. I truly don't know the direction of the breakout. I would assume bullish, but just keeping an eye on it to see what it does. El Pollo Loco. This had a good earnings gap and good volume, so I am keeping an eye on El Pollo Loco. I couldn't say that any less Espanolish. El Pollo Loco. El Pollo Loco, if it's below 24.38, I actually am bearish based on this gap, right? This gap, this volume, it is a gap and go. It's trapping a lot of people. It's below the 100 simple moving average. It does look more bearish than bullish, so I'm keeping a close eye on it. Here's the hourly chart on El Pollo Loco, and you can see that we haven't quite triggered that level yet. But if we do break below this high wave candle with some kind of volume or some kind of force, I think it could be more bearish than bullish. So my trigger is 24.38. The low of the day so far is 24.41, 3 cents away. So I love it. Super pumped, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you guys Wednesday. And then I'm going on a cruise for a week, so you guys might not be getting any real-life trading updates. So make sure to follow us on TradingView, which is this charting software. Subscribe to us on YouTube, and just keep us in your thoughts as we're going to be partying out on the Mexico, Gulf of Mexico area somewhere. I don't know, but it's going to be sweet. So anyway, I hope to see you guys in Galveston. I sent out the email for any of those in the Galveston area. I'll be there, which is going to be Friday this Friday coming up. Wow, I was about to say next Friday. No, this Friday, the 22nd. I'll be in Galveston, Texas. If you're around the area, I'd love to meet up with you and hang out. So I'll see you guys later. See you Wednesday. And until then, remember, love life, live life, and trade it.